Good morning, folks. Plasma filaments dancing, bright spot incoming near the equator. Weather and science news await their turn behind analysis of the last 24 hours on our star, and we go to spaceweathernews.com to find the sun remaining dominated by coronal holes in the Earth-facing longitudes. Those coronal holes are expected to re-intensify the solar wind within about 36 hours. We also have the bright spot at the equator on the left side. That's an incoming active region. We got a pretty good look at its appearance 24 hours ago, and then it's cresting the limb onto the near side of the sun. But when we dive a little deeper past the corona down to the photosphere, we find the magnetic imprint lacking both size and power. So the intensity gram of neutral iron is showing surface plague activity and no umbral cores of sunspots. The wait continues. The solar wind carried on downward throughout the day despite an attempt to re-rise in the middle. All in all, the first coronal hole stream is finally waning back away, bringing back a run of geomagnetic quiet as we await the next one and more geomagnetic unrest. Well, folks, it's a Homer type of weather report today. I am in the midst of this record October snow hitting the Rockies, and what's coming later this week is expected to break cold records. And it's being driven again by these jet stream dips. Look at its bend down into the states. This is set to march eastward this week. I also want to take a moment to pull the stratosphere to find the North Polar Vortex coming together with top speed marks in half the circulation. It has overtaken the South in power, while that southern vortex is breaking down, shrinking, and leaving the polar settlement. Of course, they've got different problems in California. Brutal fire outbreaks as winds top 90 miles an hour and fan the flames. Not done yet. Up first in science is Saturn. More specifically, its dusty moons. They're icy, dusty moons. They say that actual water ice is contaminating almost every moon, either from Phoebe's ring or from the Enceladus jets at its south pole. They detail a number of the moons that look like wintertime somewhere on Earth, with the exception that they never get summer, they never melt, and take a constant frozen sprinkling from above. We are shifting out further to the galactic level now in its recycling action on nova events. It has long been thought that the circumgalactic medium was made up of nova dust and the remnants thereof, polluted throughout the system by the dying stars. But it turns out that the galaxies recapture a good deal of it for future star formation. This is not unlike the solar wind and interplanetary magnetic fields, which both stream out and carry the flux tubes back to the sun. We do believe the galactic fields are scaled up similarly, but also with the secret weapon in the form of the reversing fields prevalent at high latitudes, which would even more easily exchange this material and deliver some back down to the disk. A little quick chuckle before getting back to star formation. They are trying to figure out what dark matter is going to look like from a seventh dimension point of view. I guess when you can't find it, underlying foundational physics required for your hunt are wrong, and you've wasted billions scouring the known universe for Bugs Bunny, you start looking in some weird places, like the seventh dimension. Now back to reality, because the Princeton Plasma Physics Lab has confirmed what Sophia and Alma told us over the last year. Magnetic and plasma dynamics control star-forming regions, dominating over the force of gravity. Now here is where we need to remember. Hannes Alfvén's book, Cosmic Plasma, it's not the magnetic connection that they necessarily envision, but a touching and energetic collapse of double layers, releasing the energy of the circuit at the point of disruption. Same cosmic dance move, slightly different details. Either way, it's about plasma and electromagnetism. And folks, I don't know what to say. If you didn't catch last night's video, it's one of the ones you dare not miss if you are an observer. Is the Janabekov effect related to the Earth flipping over? We greatly appreciate your support. Check out last night's video if you missed it. We've got wind map forecasts and shots of our star to close. We'll do this all again tomorrow, right here, but right now it's 5:15 a.m. in the new Valley of the Sun. Eyes open, no fear. Be safe, everyone.